it's Kelly, and this is Cottony Construction Law's first Facebook Live feature, which we're calling Law and Mortar Construction Law for Your Business. Today we're delighted to have Trent Cottony with us here today to discuss Cottony Construction Law.
Hey guys, I'm hoping this is working. This is our first attempt at trying to work Facebook Live, so bear with us. But the idea behind this is we've got a great group of people that work here. And I think one of the key things that we want to do is be able to show our personal side. You know, one of the things that I think sets us apart from other lawyers is that we don't take ourselves too seriously. You get to see our personalities and we get to talk about a variety of legal topics. So the goal with this is to do it every week, have different lawyers, different people here in the firm participate so that if you have questions out there, you can ask the questions and we can answer them as we go live. So along those lines, Kelly's in our customer service department, and she answers questions day in and day out. So Kelly, what are some of the things I guess you're seeing from customers that call us? What kind of questions do they have?
We get a lot of questions on millennials. So contractors want to know, how can we involve millennials in construction industries?
Sure. And millennials is kind of a funny thing. You know, I don't like the term millennials because I think it's almost a stereotype. And I guess I'm a Gen Xer. I'll be 44 next month. And I remember when I was coming up, everyone was saying, "Oh, we're the slackers. We're wearing, flannel, listening to Pearl Jam," which is still cool, by the way. But it doesn't matter what generation you're in. The generation before you was always trying to label you. So from my perspective, it is I want to embrace the new customers that are coming up, the new way of thinking. And I think it's important from a construction industry standpoint to evaluate your employee policies and figure out a better way to integrate millennials into your workforce. One of the things I know when I was first starting out that was important, obviously it was salary and benefits. That was the key thing that I was looking for. Now what I've noticed is when you're looking to hire, it's not necessarily that. It's part of it, but respect, feeling like you're part of something that's bigger than you, engaging in ongoing training and mentoring, work environment, quality of life, all those kinds of things are the stuff that we hear over and over again as being important to our employees. So we really try to focus and foster an environment that is beneficial for the new generation because that's where it's going. That's where legal's going, that's where construction is going, and that's where I think we need to go. So from an employee manual standpoint, what you want to do is you want to consider things that in the past, jobs were 9 to 5 in construction, sometimes 4 to 3 or 5 to 3 or depending on when it is. Clearly if you're on a crew, you've got to show up at a job site and leave at a job site at the right time, but we live in a world now where because of technology you can work anytime, anywhere, any place. I'm talking to you now via Facebook, so that's a great example. So I think flexibility and understanding that people don't have to be in a physical brick and mortar space in order to perform their job helps align your company with where millennials are today. So clearly if you've got office staff, marketing staff, things of that nature that don't have to be on a job site, you want to consider some flexibility and then adjust your employee manuals and your policies to kind of deal with that. The other thing that you want to think about real carefully is social media policies, cell phone policies, things like that. I remember the only cell phone I had was a brick, and now we're filming off my cell phone, which is probably more powerful than my desktop computer. So I think one of the things that you need to look at is look at your employee manuals and figure out, do you have a robust enough cell phone policy to cover data usage, not just text messages, but internet usage, social media usage, things of that nature. Do you have a social media policy? Okay, are you at least setting constraints for your employees so that they're not posting proprietary information about your business, about your projects? One of the things that we do a lot of is ocean defense. And I can't tell you how many times I go to a Facebook page that's run by a company and they show great photos of people up on a roof, but they don't have any fall protection. Okay, so I know those were taken by marketing people, but you got to wonder, if I'm looking at that, is OSHA looking at that? And what you really want to do is you want to think carefully about what you're putting out there for the world to see. Social media has its benefits. It allows you to communicate like we're doing to you now, but it also has its drawbacks. So you need to make sure that you're putting good policies in place, that you're telling your employees those policies, that you're having onboarding to kind of deal with that. But embrace the new generation. It's not something that you should view as necessarily a negative. We all need to adjust to how things are being done, and that's kind of get us to the next level. So this was our first try at Facebook Live. What I'd like you guys to do is think about some questions and comments that you have. What can we do to improve this? What issues would you like to hear from? And what I'll do is we'll get other lawyers in here. We'll get some of our staff to come in and talk to you. And you'll get to see more of our business and what we do, not just here in Tampa, but in all our offices nationwide. So we'll see you next time. Thanks.